I am sure. Just getting stuff ready. Where is it? Oh, I think we're getting 2 No, shit. Why are you not working? Ah, that's why. What up if I connect it to the channel?
Kabab says, TTS test. It's been a while.
Indeed it has. Alright, still sorting stuff out. Okay, I can see why you've done that. Ah, she wasn't there. Almost ready. Hmm. Oh, 30 seconds. God damn, that's sneaking up really quickly. Hmm, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Bit black, as you should. Take that off. Right. So it has been a while. A couple of weeks I've had off streaming. I wasn't planning to have a couple of weeks off, but I was taking time off work. I thought, oh yeah, I'll take a break off streaming, and then one thing led into another, and I've been gone for a couple of weeks, which is a shame. But you know what, things happen, and really, this is a good opportunity to come back. I am specifically hiding my avatar at the moment because there is something that I want to talk about. And if I should now show the avatar, because I didn't want to give it away. What's this? VX? Ah, what does this mean? New shirt, yeah. Yeah. So this is technically the official VEXPO shirt. I am physically wearing the official one, and this is the best one I could make. That's the logo. And then if I turn around, turn around, it has VEXPO on the side. It should have all the names of all the talents, but I couldn't be bothered to put those in. So yeah, that's what that does. And I might actually work on this. I might actually work on this again and make it so that it's like looks proper based on the official shirt. I think that'd be quite cool. Or that'd be quite cool. If you're going to a VTuber event, you're gonna have stuff like this. You're gonna have like clothing and things like that. So you basically get a code. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know how they would do it. You get a code to download stuff like this, maybe? I don't know. I'm just thinking of ideas. Thinking of rubbish. But yeah, I went away weekend just gone to an event called VEXPO or VTuber Expo, and it's a VTuber Expo. It's a VTuber event in the UK. It's done its second year now, and to be honest, the first year was a lot better for me because I went to that event not thinking I would enjoy it. A bunch of my friends was going, and let me put that down a bit. So a bunch of my friends were going the first year, and I thought, oh, you know what, it'll be a bit of fun. I'm not doing anything that weekend. Let's go. So I did, and this is what you see. This exists because I went to that event. So this avatar is 1 year old now. And where's my hand? Yeah, so it's 1 year old. And yeah, I got VEXPO to thank for it. So now after what's happening to my face? After a second year, what have I learned? Quite a lot. Sorry, I just like this music. But yeah, what have I learned after the second year? Technically after the first year, me doing it, yeah. A lot, and not enough. I'm still very basic when it comes to like the changing of the clothing and stuff like that. So that is something. I still not fully done like Twitch integration. I got some stuff, like I got the changes and sound effects and stuff, but I'm not big enough to, I think, warrant that. So yeah, that's fine. Something I need to do, because I've been offline for a couple of weeks, I need to do the shout outs for different people. Yes, let me do the shout outs. Hey, am I logged in? Yes. Wait, is it follower in September? 3 followers in October. When did I stream last? I don't remember. That's the hydrate. Okay. Anyway, 3 days ago. Wait, what? 30 days ago? Okay. Anyway, let's replay that. Yes, Marginonka, thank you for following. Yo, Jolly, how you doing?
Ready_McRedhead says, you.
Yo, yeah, that come up. I saw that before the TTS come through. But yeah, I was just doing the things because I haven't streamed for like 2 weeks. It felt like I
Ready_McRedhead says, YOOOU.
You, yes, me, with the VEXPO shirt, official shirt, digitized into my avatar. Check this out. So yeah, I should actually have the full talent list on the back, but that means I have to physically take my shirt off because
Ready_McRedhead
um
says, oh, very nice.
and it's not perfect because there's supposed to be circles around like the VX and it needs to be a bit smaller, but for something like this, it's a bit fun. It I think it works. And something I need to change something. What do I do? Is it here? Let me change something for a minute. Anyway, how are you, Charlie? How are things? I say Charlie, I know your name is Ready McRedhead on you, but yeah, let me change something first. Tracking effects. I activated something, I think shadows, and I don't like it.
Ready_McRedhead says, I am good.
Good. Where did those shadows go? Yeah, I enabled the shadow effect. I can't remember where it is. If it's on my model, or if it's either on my model or it's on it's in it's under lights. There you go. Okay. So yeah, it turns out I had activated a light effect for shadows. So if we take a look.
Ready_McRedhead says, Charlie is fine. I'm getting people to call my Charlie more now.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I generally call people by their Twitch names, but because I know you, it's fine.
Ready_McRedhead says, me asterisk.
Yeah, no problem. I understood what you meant. Yeah. So I had activated shadows on this model, and it's okay. But the problem is, I tilt down, so I look quite evil like this, which could work to my advantage. But I don't want to look evil today. So I could keep my head up. Or I could just take the shadows off. There's still a bit of shadow under my chin. But anyway. VEXPO. Yeah. I'm not sure if you were earlier, but I was just saying that due to VEXPO.
Psycho 4006 says, evil is fine.
Evil. Yes, definitely. Evil is fine. I just, you know what, fine. If you want evil, I shall give you evil. Let's contact shadows. Oh, right, yeah. Okay. It's doing something weird with the glasses, though. That's fine. But I like the fact when I put my hands up, when it does respond, it puts shadows onto the model, which is really cool. Although the hand tracking in the software is pants. But it's fine. It adds to the scuff, which is great. Yeah, so I was saying earlier that VEXPO, or VTuber Expo, it's just done its second event. And a year ago, I went to it first. And I was so inspired. This is why this avatar exists. I didn't think I would get really pulled into it, but I have, and it's great. And to be honest, let me show you what I'm talking about. Oh, you want me to what? You want me to stretch? I didn't realize you redeemed something. When did I put a stretch redeem in?
Psycho 4006 says, hey Charlie. Ready_McRedhead says, hi.
No, my hands are not tracking. I broke my hand. God damn it. Let me do something for a minute. Where is my creator dashboard? Then you shouldn't be able to see any of this. It doesn't matter if you can, but
The loyal_soldier says, ye broke your heens.
I broke my hands. Yes. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay. I didn't realize I had the stretch command enabled. That's fine. Anyway, I stretched. It's okay. Normally I can't see those commands, but because I'm not really playing a game at the moment, it doesn't really matter because I got OBS open and I can see it. But that's fine. That's good. Okay. What I was gonna show you something, and that was what I'm talking about, which is VEXPO, which is the VTuber event. Where are you? Where is it? There it is. So yeah, this is the page for VTuber Expo, and this is the second year that the event has happened. And if I
Psycho 4006 says, I got a lot of channel points. Need to use them somehow.
That's fair. That's fair. I need to think about more stuff for channel points because I don't really know what to do with them. Let me make myself a bit smaller. Not there. Yeah, that'll do. And yeah, my hand track. I know my hand tracking is completely messed up. Okay, fine. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take off the chat, so you can see more of it. I can see chat, but the chat won't appear on the stream. But yeah, this is VTuber Expo, and it's based in the NEC in Birmingham, and it's sponsored by a bunch of people. So I don't know companies, VTuber companies or agencies, so a lot of these are like go over my head. But since I've been going, I've become familiar with a few of them, like Phase Connect and Globy. I don't know about the rest of them. And if we go here, what is VEXPO? VEXPO is a non-profit convention centered on streaming culture. Our aim is to bring virtual experiences offline. Our team is composed of seasoned event organizers, content creators, vendors, and most importantly, fans. Okay, that's a lovely bit of bump. Basically, it concentrates on VTubing. You get to meet your what do they call them? OGs, I think. You get to meet them through a Discord call, and you have like a booth that you can go to, and yeah, you chat to them. So it's like a meet and greet, like a physical meet and greet, but you're talking to them. I didn't do any meet and greets this year or the first year. I should have, but I didn't. It doesn't matter. It didn't spoil my event. I just still enjoyed it. And yeah, it's located in the NEC, where if you don't know the UK, the NEC is a great place for actually, let me show you. So the NEC, the National Exhibition Centre, is like so it's close to Birmingham, which is like, you zoom out the UK, it's like really in the middle of England, it feels like. Well, the middle of what matters. And what's nice about this is that you have trains. There's loads of trains here. Can I see trains? Can I see trains? Transit. Doesn't tell me. Anyway, there's a train line that goes basically through it, and you can either go to Birmingham itself and come down, or yeah, go away. How do I get rid of this? Fine. You can either go to Birmingham itself, like up here, and then come down, or what a lot of people tend to do is come from London. Can you actually see that? I don't know what that is, but that's cool. Anyway, all they come from London, and yeah, it's quite centrally located. But what's nice is there's also
Ready underscore McRedhead says, I went last year. I didn't know you had to enter a raffle to do meet and greets. I was sad.
yeah, the raffle bit. So I'm not gonna blow smoke up or sunshine up this event. Yeah, I want to talk about this event for twofold. One, I haven't done a stream in a while. Two, I think it's quite nice to talk about it. Three, I'm not gonna blow sunshine up its ass. There are a few things in this event that I'm gonna talk about that I didn't like. One of them is really the raffles and the meet and greets. I didn't like that you paid X amount of money for the event ticket, and then there was a chance you had the meet and greets and the opening concert. It was free come free serve. Yeah, first come first serve, which I understand because they can't guarantee it. But then what they should have done, in my eyes, is reduce the event of the ticket, reduce the cost of the ticket, and then put that on top. So you would, yeah, I think I paid like £60 for the weekend ticket. If they reduced that down to 40, but then made the meet and greets, or not even the meet and greets, but the actual concert £10 a throw, it would have been much better value. I didn't want to talk about that this early, but yeah, that's one of the things I do want to talk about. Let me write that down before I forget. There was somebody I wanted to meet, and what was interesting is that most of the meet and greets were free. And I'll check if they've updated the website. I might be able to see if they haven't updated it. It's good. But there were some meet and greets that you were still charging. I think £10 you had to charge, and I couldn't work out why. But now I think I do. But anyway, meet and greet cost of ticket fans only. Okay. Yeah, but let me talk about Birmingham for people who don't know. This is what I think of when I think of Birmingham. I think of the airport, the train station, the NEC.
Ready underscore McRedhead says, I waited 20 minutes to meet Merryweather. I was cosplaying him. I still had a great time. Might go again someday.
Yeah, Merryweather was there again. There were people. He was doing meet and greets in just the whole area. He didn't have like a section off side, which was fine. But yeah, pardon me. I think there were one or two other people that were physically there, but certainly most of the other ones, like the virtual ones, are things you have to book essentially. Not book, but you got to get a thing to meet them. I wanted to meet Miss Lala, but I ran out of time basically. It was only like 2 weeks ago I realized she was there, but then found out that I couldn't pay via PayPal, which was annoying. Which was very annoying. So, that wasn't the reason why I wanted to go. It was just, it would be nice to meet her because I was going, sort of thing. But yeah. Let me talk about the NEC for a minute. Yeah, you got the airport in the NEC, which is great. You got the train station, which is great. So foreign visitors can come straight here, and it's brilliant. And what's nice is if I zoom in here. Where is it? You have the airport here, and there's a link. It's basically a sky link that takes you straight into the NEC. You go through the NEC, and then you're at the event. And what's quite interesting here is I didn't realize the NEC was built in two parts. So you got this like brown roof, which is the original, and then you got this grey roof here, which is like an extension. And I didn't realize any of that. Basically the event is, yeah, where you see hole 9, the event was there. Well, it's technically hole 10, but that's close enough. But it's a good walk to the hotels and stuff. And it's, but there's plenty of parking. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the NEC for people who didn't know about it. It's quite a nice place. There's a bunch of hotels scattered around, all competitive prices. And as an event venue, it's really nice. There's a couple of like shops in there. So you've got was it Subway? There's a Witherspoons, there's Starbucks, you know, a bunch of coffee places, a bunch of indie places and stuff like that. Which is fine, which is cool. And then if you don't want to eat in the center, you can go to something called Resort World, which is basically a massive commercial center.
The loyal_soldier says, the first part was probably made during the 60s to 90s and the extension was made 2000s-ish.
Yeah, so the NEC... The NEC... yeah, I think the NEC was 1970 something? Oh, 19... yeah, I think you're right. I'm just being really nosy here. 1976. That's it. Add an ad break. We have an ad break. Okay, let's pause for ads for any of that. Ugh. Yeah, 1976. There's a plaque in one of the halls that says how old it is. Don't worry. When I come back after the break, I will actually talk about the actual event, not just the venue, the actual event. I got about 40 seconds. Seconds left on the ads. Okay, I am back now. Ads are over. No, ads are over in 6 seconds. Okay, now we're back. It seems to be a bit of delay between my alert and the actual ads, but it's only 6 seconds. It doesn't matter. So yeah, the NEC was built in 1976, and to be fair, it's a very good convention center. Yes, it's old, but it's been updated with mod cons, and there's a lot of accessibility considering it was built in the 70s. It's probably asbestos in the first bit as well. I can't remember when the second part is built, but anyway, the NEC is a great place to be. I kind of like the NEC. There's a lot going on around it, and I feel like it was all catered to the NEC. So if there's an event on, you've got stuff to do. Whereas if you go to London, like the XL Centre, there's still a lot of stuff to do, but you also like blend in with the normies, with the general public, and sometimes that just doesn't feel right. So if there's an event on, the NEC is great because you've just got the event people. But yeah, VEXPO. Okay, so I've talked about this. Yeah, it's a VTubing event, and one of the nice things about VEXPO was Saturday and Sunday were the main days, but you had an opening concert right at the beginning, which lasted 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. And there was a bunch of people who singing, I guess. The indie concert, you catch a bunch of these people at their concert this Saturday. Don't get FOMO. Tickets now. Experience not just concert but panels. Yeah. And then in Saturday, there's a bunch of... Is that update? Wait, what date was that? Why is that? Okay, so there's a bit of an issue here. I don't know, sir. So they've got a bunch of stuff in here, like panels and whatnot, which is quite fun. But I kind of don't like the way they've done this. Where, oh, you know what? I wanted to. You know what? I didn't even know. Okay, so I basically didn't go to any of these things, which is a shame. When was that? That's party. Wait, panel room 1. I didn't even know this shit was on. Oh, yeah, okay. So, like, even I didn't do everything. There was a bunch of over 18 stuff. I didn't even know I was oh, for fuck's sake. And then yeah, there's a bunch of meet and greets that you can do when you at specific times, which is cool, and it's very nice. But what I don't like is how this is. Like, this is a schedule, and you gotta click on the thing you want. Whereas most schedules had like the days, or not even the days, but the what's that? Ah, timetable. That's what I'm looking at. So this is a bit better. So the way this works is a bit better, where you can go, oh, here's your time on the side here. Oh, that's crap. What's the mobile friendly link? That's even worse. Anyway, yeah. So this is a bit better if you want to look at the schedule when you was there. But the problem with this, it works well on a desktop because everything is like you hover over it and it tells you. But when you're on mobile, you got to click into it and you kind of lose it because it covers stuff. So if I go into Saturday, I'll show you what I mean. Like, oh, okay, I want to look at this, but now it's covers something on the expedition. So it's like, it's not the best schedule, unfortunately. And this year, this text bit on the mobile device, it was like half the size, so I couldn't even tell you. Like, it only displayed this, like the first couple of letters, so it wasn't very good. And as a schedule goes, it wasn't good, unfortunately. As in, like, the way it's displayed is not good. Although you can see, like, in the meet and greets, there's something going on every time at, like, 3 o'clock or after 3. So yeah, I kind of get it, but I just don't like the way they did it. Main stage, what's this? Q&A with Donkey Bird. What do you mean? What do managers do anyway? First Connect. Indie Highlight Concert. When was that? Oh, that's the one I couldn't go to because you had to get something extra for it. Wait. That's the Idol Anarchy. Oh, that's the other one. You know what? Okay, let me show you something. If I go back one, no. If I go to the floor plan. So this was the floor plan. And it doesn't look like a lot. To be honest, I didn't even bloody know. I didn't visit anything in the main stage. I didn't even notice panel room 2 was there. And the exhibitor stage, I think on the last day I saw the exhibitor stage. Like, physically saw it, I didn't go in. But if we have a look, as soon as you come in, you see Face Connect. There's a bunch of stalls here. Panel room 1. Do I remember panel? I don't even remember the panel rooms. To be honest, I wish I took more fucking notice. I went to this event to, like, enjoy myself, and I did, but I could have done a lot more for the amount I paid for it. Yeah. The artist alley, I spent most of the time in the artist alley, and to be fair, that's quite a large space in comparison to the rest of the event. And what was nice here, it wasn't just like, oh, this is the artist alley area. This had a wall. Yeah, I think did this bit have a wall? Yeah, a bunch of these were basically walled off. Like three. Hang on. You can't see that anyway. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the artist alley. What would be nice if they had a layout of the artist alley to show you like who was there, but I kind of understand how fluid that can be. So yeah, it's fine. VX here. So this is the VEXPO official store, which was okay, and I have a little bit of a bugbear to talk about that. But I'll talk about that later. But what did I do? You know, what did I visit? If I didn't see anything here, you know, what was here? I visited the over 18 area. That's what I did, and the way that was handled was really good because they asked for ID to go into this section. This area had a box around it, and you know, you couldn't look inside from outside. You had to like get your ID checked, and you could go in there, which was fine. Which it was actually handled really well. As I said, I didn't do any of the meet and greets. I didn't do any of the stages. E16. Peaches is E16, yeah. Just E17. Yeah, I'm probably not the best person to tell you about this because I didn't do most of it. God damn it. But I still enjoy my time. I did enjoy my time. Let's have a look. Are the tickets still available? Oh, not tickets. No, prices are still here. Okay, so this is very interesting because if you get, pardon me. So I had the early bird discount, which was £60, which technically is still available because they haven't said they're sold out. Let's have a look. You get the weekend badge, a Friday registration pack. Oh, sorry. No. If you get the weekend pass, you can get your badge early on the Friday. You get something called an entry pack, which the day pass gets. You would get a physical badge, which is cool, and then you have the possibility of getting access to the opening concert. And to be fair, when you look at this and you think, oh, £60, £30 a day, that is actually cheaper than trying to buy 2-day passes because you're spending £85. So when you look at it that way, it's actually good value. Yeah, it's good. It's good value, that is. Even though I didn't do almost any of the stuff. Like this, it makes this event shit. And I just realized this event is the most expensive event I've ever been to for a single day. It beats that of MCM and even Insomnia. So if people bitch that MCM is expensive, no, come here because it's more expensive. More expensive than MCM. But a lot less, to be fair. So yeah, if you're ever going to bitch about MCM being expensive, and let me quickly show you. Let me compare it to MCM London. MCM London, yeah, okay, £200 for a VIP pass. I don't give a shit about a VIP pass. If we look at the general entry, pure, £25, £27, and the most expensive one is £35. Which, yes, the prices have gone up, but the amount that you get for these three compared to VEXPO is very expensive. it's yeah. So next time some of you bitches at MCM's very expensive, just tell them about VEXPO. That's not a criticism. I understand VEXPO is not as big as MCM and it doesn't have it's not owned by a parent company like VPOP, so they can't feed money from other events into this, and they can't supplement it. I get all that. It's just that. Oh, anyway, what does the Aka Super get you? The Aka Super is basically like a priority ticket. So you get an Aka Super badge, which is basically says Aka Super on the badge, the same badge as the weekend pass. You get a goodie bag, which I think is a tote bag and something else in there, like trinkets and stuff. You get an entry pack that the weekend gives you. Discord support a role. Okay, you get a roll in Discord. Double weave M&G draw. Okay. So you what's that mean? Meet and greet. So you get double chance to get in the meet and greet. You get 10% in the official VEXPO merch. That's interesting because the shirt I'm wearing. What was interesting is that, hang on, does it say here? Early access to the event, early access concert ticket, free ticket to the premium concert, priority entrance to concerts, discounts with some of our partners to be announced. Okay, to be honest, I didn't even see people get the discount as part of their partners. And what was also offered is that their goodie bag, that was it. The goodie bag included like this tote bag, and they had the official VEXPO shirt, like the one I've got. I had to pay for mine because I had the weekend pass, but Aka Supers don't. So the Aka Super saved themselves £22 because that's how much the shirt cost. But when you get 10% on, another shirt that is £20, that's still, that's £2 costing you 18 quid. That's actually not bad value. Is it more than twice worth? Yeah, I don't know. I thought. Earlier access to enter the event. Yeah, the early access is only by half hour. Early access to concert tickets. So the concert tickets were given out, or no, you're given out. You had access to them a week before everybody else, but you weren't guaranteed to get them. Free ticket to the premium concert. So the premium concert, I think, was that one on Saturday, the Idol Anarchy one, but the amount of Aka Supers that they probably sold compared to the amount of spacing they had on the Idol Anarchy concert, I would say it was not enough. So I don't think everybody had that. Priority entrance to concerts. Discount with some of our TBA. It's a worth double. Some people would probably say it is because they want to support it. If you get it on the early bird at 165, it's better than getting the general, but the problem is you're not guaranteed to get the tickets or the meet and greets. It's a chance. But the way they did it was they staged it. So Aka Super would get access to the meet and greets and the concerts a week before the weekend pass. And I think, how do they do it? I think that even if like within that week it's sold out for the Aka Supers, the weekend pass still had a chance, and the Aka Super can still go during the time of the general, which I think is a bit crap, but it's fine. They should have been completely separate. You pay all that money. If you buy it on the wrong time, as in general, £180, you should be guaranteed to get something. But then, yeah, I know there's only so much time in the day and all that. But anyway, what? So the meet and greets. Let's talk about the meet and greets. Meet and greets. So the meet and greets. No, they weren't in here. Where are they? Where's the meet and greets? Volunteer, artist, alley. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Fine. Let's look at the guests. So basically, the meet and greets, you could have looked at any one of these, and yeah, you could have chatted with them. So you pick on This one, for example. And then they're part of different companies. So you got Face Connect, VNU, which I don't know who that is. I don't know this company. Kind of recognize these people. Wait,
The
where's that?
loyal underscore soldier says, we got fully automated water extraction.
Nice. I'm not gonna stream all night tonight, so I'll jump on later. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about VEXPO. The more I think about it, the more it sounds like I'm giving it a hard time. I'm not. I enjoyed the event, but I didn't make full use of this event. But yeah, there's a bunch of people in there in Europe. There's a bunch of people in Europe people can visit if they wanted to. But I didn't because I'm not that heavy into the VTubing scene. Even though I am showing you. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine, fine. Chroma shift. What did I want to look at? I want to look at something. Full plan timetable. Mobile phone clinic. So, what I wanted to look at was... No, it wasn't that. Meet and greets. How the fuck do I do the meet and greets from here? Tickets, contact us. So, yeah. You know what? Maybe I should have done that. VEXPO welcomes the industry and media professional. Oh, well, I'm not a professional. And I have to be signed into Google to do it. Yeah, okay. Artist Alley. Okay, so this is what Artist Alley does. And what's nice, they actually show you how much it is through the Artist Alley. So, Artist Alley applications open on the 25th and end on the 31st of March. So you've just got over a month to apply for Artist Artist Alley. And you can get a small table, which is £180. 2 meters by 2 meter. Oh, sorry. A 2 meter by 2 meter space. One 6 by 2 foot table. 2 chairs, 2 passes. Includes a back and wall. To be fair, if you are, somebody who's an artist, and you can get 2 passes. So that's was a weekend pass was £65. There's £120 in there already, and you're paying £40 to like sell stuff. So that's actually not a bad idea. If you need a medium table, 3 you get guaranteed corner space. Yeah, so you get a corner space, you get 2 seats. So that's quite nice. Focus of VTubers, more items, design your space, unique, develop for far. Yeah, and operating T's and C's. What's proc? I don't know what proxy in. Oh, okay. I know what proxy in. Yeah. Okay. What was this? Must follow no freestanding, no higher than 2.5, no higher, must fit in the designated area. Stands on tables cannot exceed past 3 meters, cannot obstruct visibility. Extra furniture. Can't, yeah. Anyway. That's fine. You don't normally see this with like Artist Alley. That when you go onto the website, they say, "Oh, here's £180." But yeah, if I think if you're somebody who wants to sell, try that, because if there's 2 people there, you're gonna sell your wares. £180. Not only are you gonna pay for the event ticket, which they give you two passes anyway. I don't know what it is. I think it's the equivalent of a weekend pass. I don't think it's the Actor Super, but even on the weekend pass, it's actually not a bad price. Yeah. You get back and forth. And I visited a bunch of people in there, which was really cool. You can also volunteer. Oh, there he is. There's Merryweather. And that's open for 2 months. So you get something called a volunteer pass, you get a goodie bag, you get discounted merch, resume building, oh, a resume building, behind the scenes of the convention and streaming industry. Being a volunteer is an unpaid role, however, you'll be compensated for your time in other ways on the day of the con. What are minimum requirements? No experience. Are you able to apply? Am I able to volunteer with friends? Is a minimum time commitment. Oh yeah, so this is kind of interesting because I was talking to somebody who was a volunteer last year, and this year I think she volunteered for like a couple of hours, and I asked her like, even though they're volunteers and they don't get paid, like what is expected to them? Were they bound to a contract? And this is actually reads it. Let's actually read this. We expect a minimum time commitment of 5 hours on the days you allocate when completing the volunteering form. We will, however, provide lunch breaks in your shift times. So that's good. That's good. So not only are they providing lunch or specific break times, 5 hours. Where's my badge? My badge is over here somewhere. Where the fuck's that gone? I don't know where that's gone. But basically, oh, there it is. So the event itself was from 11 o'clock to 8 o'clock on the Saturday for the basic thing, and on the Sunday it was 11 to 6, 5 hours. Sweet Jesus, that's you could be busy most of the day, which is fine, which is cool. Failing to attend the mandatory orientation sessions without reason or warning will affect your volunteering status. Okay, so you have orientation. Is it required to attend build a... Okay. Might change volunteer. Will I receive a break on my shift? Yes, you will receive time off for lunch on your selected days. You are free to take toilet breaks and smoke breaks. However, please ensure to inform your team lead. What will happen if I have to leave it early? Yeah. So there's a lot of information in here regarding like volunteers, which is really nice. And yeah, I was kissed a volunteer. I was speaking to some of the volunteers, and they're so friendly and they're so nice. What's the guest in? Oh yes, iPad tours. So a bunch of the guests who didn't have like panels, they were going around on iPads, just like meeting people, and you could like talk to them. And it was really surreal experience because out of the corner of my eye, all I saw was this iPad come past. I'm like, oh, what's this? You know, like you see in horror films where you got the brain in a jar. It kind of reminded me of that. But yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I enjoy this. Oh, and there is something I want to show you. Is it here? This might actually struggle. What I'm going to show you now. But here is last year's photos. If they load. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I can show you these photos because I've had permission to, basically. And I didn't take many photos last year because being a VTubing event, people use VTubing as a mask. Like personally, I don't care. I'm doing it because it's fun and it's technology and it makes the streams a little bit different. But some people rely on VTubing exclusively, so I don't mind if they say no, don't take a photo. But yeah, that's the amount of photos I took. There were a bunch of cars with VTuber stuff on there. There were somebody dressed up as Snake. somebody's dressed up as Iron Mouse, sorry, cosplaying as Iron Mouse and Snake, and there was one here I don't even know what that was. Can I go? Yeah, I can zoom in. So yeah, I haven't yet processed the photos. Something I will be doing, but as you can see, there's a space here for this event and one for TwitchCon. So yeah, I need to update those. There's a bunch of other stuff I've done, but yeah, you can recommend a guest. That's gonna go to Google Docs. Yep. All right. Oh, let's take an ad break, and then yeah, ad break, and then I'll talk about. You know what? I'm gonna go for a pee. I shall be back in a minute.
Kabab says, BRB.
Oh.
Stream Element says, I'll be back. Having a quick WC break and refilling the drink.
Okay, I tell a lie. I didn't actually go for a pee. I'm still here. um, but yeah, I'll go back to that in a minute. But yeah, VEXPO. To be honest, stop fucking moving shit. So I do enjoy VEXPO, even though I didn't do like hardly any of the things there. I went around and talked to vendors, bought some merch. I enjoyed the weekend. It was nice to see people. It was nice to like chat to them. Technology wise, like talking about using Vvoid and VNAN and a bunch of other software, asking how they've evolved over the years because their models have got like 3 or 4 iterations. I that was really cool. But something I do want to show you, and I've just mentioned the word merch, is this. It's a shame that it's not. Could I not? Is it that one or is it? Which one is it? I don't think it's. Which one is it? Not that one. Not that one. Pictures, media pictures. Yeah. Okay. I thought I did have an image. Basically, yeah. These are a bunch of the merch things that you can get, and like this book here. This is like the open what do they call it? The welcome package. And it's basically what you see on the website, but it talks about like different things you can do. So I actually have the book in front of me. It like an intro of the event, like what was VTuber Expo. Um, a lot of like artists collaborations, who made stuff. Why did you create a VTuber event? General Q&A, like what to do in the convention, who your sponsors are, who's your like Globies, your what else? Like what to do in an event like this, like what to speak, what to say to your meet and greets, what to do around the NEC, the way to eat, because that could be a big thing in conventions. Is way to eat. It's good. It is good, and there's a map there, which you've all seen on the website. So yeah, this is one of the shirts. Actually, there's two shirts here, but this something called Roro. I don't know who Roro is, but it looks cool, and I think it was like 20 quid. So yeah, I bought it. And then you've got OB Katie Cat here, which is another shirt, but I folded it, so like it just looks like an image, but that's actually a really nice shirt. That is, so this Roro, Roro, this is official merch, from the VEXPO store, and this one was from a company called Small Lottie, I think it was called. A Small Little. Let's have a look. Small Lottie, yeah, that was the company name. Which, fine. Okay. To be fair, you know what I should do? Since like everything in the V2 in the communities like this is references, is I should take this picture and like literally put the references on them. Then I saw somebody called Honeko, I think it's called. I saw those at MCM, I think it was. They were good fun. Yeah, it's a shame this image isn't the other way, but fine. Then you've got pictures by Pen, which is this one here. Then he did one of Philia. They don't want to Iron Mouse, like really cute. And then this one of Collie World Chaser, which is the mascot of Expo. And OB Katie Cat. They were both done by the same people. Who did this? Who did that? Somebody else did that. I can't think who did it. And the dragon is by somebody called Nietzsche EXE. So, oh, she did the dragon and she also did the Gundam, which is really cool. Don't normally see Gundams, but I quite like it. So yeah, that's my merch haul. And oh, there's a bunch of stuff up here. So I had like a bunch of trinkets and stickers and whatnot. So yeah, people are giving away stickers like sweets, which is cool. What? Who's this? Oh, that's Doki Bird. Oh, that looks like Buff Pup. Like, it's not, but it looks like. Okay, fine. Anyway. Yeah, I'm watching you. Yeah, there's a business card with one of the people. So that's good fun. And I haven't bought merch at an event for like probably 3 or 4 years because one, where do I put it? And two, it's like, I've been doing events for 10 years, so it's like I've already got a lot of it. What's this? That's not what I wanted. Who is this? Duck Dragon. Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, Small Lots is the artist, which is really fun. Pen the VTuber. Who is this? Sophie's Daydream. Hang on. I'll get to that question now.
The loyal_soldier says, what is AE versus FE? Is it the same power or is it different?
No, so AE stands for Applied Energistics 2. It's a mod that it's like refined storage, but it also has its own power called AE power. So the power variation or the power version is the same as FE, but you need to create you need to make a converter unit that converts FE into AE2 energy or into AE energy. I think it's called energy converter or something. The book should tell you anyway. Yeah, take a look at the book and it says you need to use this to convert. But yeah, that's the merch.
The loyal_soldier says, it seems to work with VEXD.
Yeah, alright. It depends how the mod was set up. Sometimes you need the energy converter, sometimes you don't, and it just works. Wait, you're going to the AE route? Why? I thought we had a system. Integrated dynamics. I thought we were using it, and that works. And we got auto crafting, and it's a lot smaller. Okay. Anyway, what else do I want to tell you about? Yeah, so I like VEXPO. I think it's fun, even though I didn't use.
The loyal_soldier says, im not I just got the inscriber for netherite.
I don't know what that mod pack does, like why you need the inscriber for. Generally, netherite, you mix you mix, what's it called? Netherite you can get by sieves through netherrack, and then you get the shard. You get not the shards. The fucking what they called agent debris, I think it is, and then you get the scraps, and then you combine that with gold to get the other bit. Yeah, but it could be different in that pack anyway. What was I looking for? Something. Floor plan. Yeah. There's the image version. Cool. So, oh fuck, that's big. Yeah, let's just go here. So it's nice that
the loyal_soldier says, we get dirty netherite, then I put it into a scribe to then get raw netherite.
Wait, is that how it's supposed to be said? Netherite? I've always said it as netherite. Because it's found in the nether. Right, it doesn't matter. Alright, fine. Look, that mod pack is different than the ones I normally use, so yeah, however you do it, then do it. But don't you also need the smithing table and the, what's it called? The smithing template to upgrade the netherite gear?
The loyal_soldier says, I can't spell it.
Okay, that's fine. Right, so yeah, what's it called? The actual like event seemed very small, but there was a lot to go on with. So you had the main stage, which you didn't need additional stuff for, except the stage and the two panel rooms. These were all like open to the public, or whoever had a ticket. But then the main stage later on in the night, you had to get the concert. But to get the concert ticket, you were entered. You had access to a raffle, but then the raffle you weren't guaranteed to get it. So this is what I was saying earlier, that I think it would have been better if they reduced the cost of. Let's have a look. So I think it would have been better if they reduced the cost of the meet and greet. Sorry, the event ticket. The event ticket. I think the event ticket should have been less. So that could have been like £30. But then the meet and greets should have been at least, I don't know, tenner or a fiver. But the problem is the way the current system worked was that the oh, I don't like the way that text went. The way the current system went was the actual event ticket was £40, but then you had a chance of meet and greets and concert, which those people who didn't want to go obviously didn't do it. So we give the other people the chance rather than buying the ticket and not going, and then somebody else could have had the chance. Am I feeling rubbed up the wrong way because I didn't go? Yeah, maybe I am, but that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I can't type. I can't type with that. Can I do bigger brushes? Yeah, I can't do that. But yeah, the event tickets were £40 for the basic day, and the chance of the meet and greet was a bit annoying, but there was a chance there. Oops. That's not what I expected. What the fuck? I messed up, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah. You know what? This is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Anyway, stuff that worked well. There was a lot of stuff that worked well. And let me go back to this image version and copy that. But can I copy that? Copy image. Oh shit. Ah! That's massive. That is massive. Okay, so why am I in here? Well, I want to show you something. The way they did. 8. Not even touching the fucking sides. So the way they've done the actual like artist on it, which was really cool. Basically, they cornered a lot of the artist alley off like this. So you had the two entrances. You had this entrance up here, and then you had this entrance down here, which was fine. The over 18 area was also cornered off, and the way they did it was fantastic. Like you literally couldn't see inside it from outside, which was good. And then you had somebody outside who was like, "Oh, can I see ID, please?" The rest, what else was cornered off? I think. What's this? Meet and greet. I think the meet and greets were also cornered off, if I remember. But it was something like this, I think. Where you had like 4 different people. Or 5 different people, and these were like the lines that you could talk to them. I didn't do the main stage, as I say. I didn't do exhibitor. One thing that they forgot to add on here. They forgot to add this. So in here, text. Why is my text so small? Holy shit. So in here you add food, coffees, seats. So you add a bunch of stuff in this area, which is like, it's okay. There you go. So food, coffees, and seating. was in this area, which actually made the space a lot bigger than what it was. Or you can go there and you could have sit down, so you could have a couple of snacks, coffee, whatever. It worked really well. Community area was, what was that? Back at a t-shirt. I not sure what that was. The VEXPO store was an interesting store because if we take a look at this, there was it was basically this. So it was basically that, like this was the path that you followed. Oh. Yeah, so it's basically a one-way system, which works fine. I did kind of like it, but one thing I will talk about the VEXPO store is that they should have had a sign that displayed all the ways, and then so you have a box up here like of all the different stuff. So you have like a shirt and whatever, but imagine you had different sizes. Yeah, fine. So imagine you had different sizes of stuff. So you had like, no, black, white. What? Why are you not bloody working now? What the fuck? Ah! Why are you not working? You were working there. You know what? Fine, whatever. I don't care now. I'm bored. Okay, bored. Alright, anyway. I'm starting to slightly lose it. But what I would say, there's a few improvements that they could make. Okay? Let's go to my text document that I have here. No. Why is that not being... I don't know. So, what I would say in the store, they should have had some sort of like sign behind them saying what was available in the store, because the way they run it was that you couldn't you couldn't just grab it. It was just a line, and you had to like quickly know what you wanted, and then they would go fetch it for you. The problem was I was in that queue for like maybe 20 minutes, half hour, because it's the official store, you know, something I wanted. And this shirt that I'm currently wearing wasn't available to me on the Saturday. It was only available to the Akasupers, but it was on the desk like it was available, and that was an invitation to sell. And I feel like they shouldn't have had it there. It should only been given to the Akasupers and then become available on the Sunday. And the other thing they could have done was behind them, because there was basically a lot of white space, they could have just put stuff up, like pinned stuff up on the wall, and then underneath that had pieces of paper saying what was available. So like XL, you know, small, medium, large, extra large, extra large, because the top that I'm wearing is not my normal size. I normally get double XL, but they said, "Oh, no, we want to get XL." And if I wanted to be a bit of a dick about it, go, well, I've just wasted my time queuing up where you didn't show me. So, am I nitpicking? Yes. Do I think it's going to be a better experience? Absolutely. I definitely think that signs should have been used, certainly in the store, to say that, oh, you know, this thing, you know, you got XL, and you put a big cross there. Oh, what is that? Oh, right, okay. I just realized what I was doing. I was doing something wrong. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay. But you had... So you've got like... You know, small, medium, large, X, L, and then X, X, L. They could have had that on like every shirt below it, or every item, you know, 30 for shirts, and then if they run out, they could have just done, oh, okay, oh shit, you know, we've run out of XL, we've run out of small, and you could easily see that on the bit behind them. So, you know, imagine this was the stall. You know, imagine that was the stall, and you had, you know, shirt, 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 somebody else, and somebody else. And you knew that, oh yeah, you know, there's no XL left, and you wanted that left. Yep, fine. That would have made a bit of a difference. I think that would be nice if they did that. What else could they have done? Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about was when you went in and did. That's why that's big. Okay, when you went in and you. Oh, that's cool. Anyway, got distracted. Wait, when you go into the queue, so this is the hall here. So that's this bit's the hall space. So this is 32. You know what? Let's just get used to this, yeah. So that's hall 10. That's where the venue was. What they had here was a bunch of like registration areas, which is cool. I think there was 4 of them in total. Yeah. And then you had a bunch of like queues going into each one. So one was in there, one was in there, one was in here, and then one was in here. But what the problem I found is that they were really slow, and this particular area here had a scanner in where your stuff was basically scanned, but they used a assembly line sort of system, and you would start in this one here, then your stuff would get passed into this. That would then give you the other bit, and then that would then go into here, then give you there, and then that would go and get the final pass, which is stupid because it slowed everything down. I queued up at what was it? 17? Yeah. 17:30. That's supposed to be a 3. I queued up at 17:30. I was still there at 8 o'clock. For 3 hours. I was queuing in this space. That's not 6, that's a 0. So I was queuing for 3.5 hours just to get my ticket on the Friday. I was allowed to get my ticket on the Friday because I had the weekend. I was allowed to do it. But the problem is, at this time, you had the opening. This was a lot. You had the opening concert that started the date. I didn't have the opening concert, so I wasn't too bothered. But other people did, and apparently they ran over like I think 20 or 40 minutes. So it's that late. They, for what I remember from the first year, this got changed. They use a different ticketing company, and I don't think it worked as well as they wanted it to. Which is, look, I didn't mind because it was their second event, and I'll give them a break. But now that I'm talking about this, and I'm gonna email this anyway because doing on stream could be quite subjective and I might miss something out. I will email about talk to them about this. Email them saying the system they had in their first year was a lot better. Yes, it managed a lot less people because it was smaller, but it was a lot better the way they did it. Oh, that was the other thing. That was the other thing. So you needed, actually, I can't spell, and that's a break. It is a break. Okay. You know what? I will go for P this time.
Stream Element says, I'll be back. Having a quick WC break and refilling the drink.
Oh, I know there was something I forgot to do. I forgot. I feel good. I think my caption stopped working as well. Did they stop working? Yeah. Yes, they have. Okay. That should be better now. I think the captions disable themselves if I haven't talked in a while. Right. What did I write here? Yes, ID. The other thing that happened was I was on my way. Like, I was out of the house. And my friend said to me, "Oh, do you have ID?" Like, no, but I don't need ID because I'm not going to enter the 18 plus zone. That's a lie. I did. But, ow, that hurt. But, yeah, apparently you needed the ID to actually get your badges here. So for that you needed ID. But the emails and nothing said that, or no communication in emails said that you needed it. You did. There was nothing on the website said that you needed ID. If I go back to the website, timetable, rules of conduct. Oh fuck. So, you know, I've just kicked myself in the mouth, haven't I? You. So rules of conduct. So this normally tells you like certain things like cosplayers not consent and stuff like that. But what's interesting here is right at the beginning, entry to VEXPO is subject to an ID check as well as both VEXPO's and the NEC's code of conduct. I did not see that. Yeah, I didn't see that at all. If I fucking saw that, I would have bought an ID. But it's there, it's right there on the website. I still don't know what the ID check is for, because even though I was able to get it, I was lucky I had somebody in my house and they were to send me a photo of my ID. And then I was able to present that to the VEXPO team. But the emails that get sent out, they're saying, "Oh, the meet and greets, get your tickets now." They got something like, "Oh, yeah, tickets will be available whenever it was." That's annoying. That is really annoying. What? Anyway, the story goes is that we were traveling to this event and I didn't have my ID on me because, my current one had expired, and I'm in the process of getting it renewed. So my friend says, "Oh, do you have ID?" And I said no, and then he said, "Oh, well, you need it." And apparently they posted on Twitter that you need photo ID. Well, not everybody has Twitter, and those that don't are kind of fucked because you need to sign in to see recent tweets. When I looked back on emails, there was no mention of an ID anywhere in their emails, so I was kind of pissed off at that. But when I talked to the volunteer about it, the volunteer didn't say that this was on their website. And yeah, clear as day, it's on the website. I could be a dick here and look at the Wayback Machine to see if they changed it, but nah. Yeah, alright, maybe it was my own fault. Then there's a bunch of other stuff saying that no food. What's the other thing that people get? Refundable, smoking the baby, no outside food is allowed in the venue. Drinks are fine unless they're alcoholic. So this line here is on every event. and I can't remember what event it is, but people really like piped up about it. Said, "Oh, they're not allowing people to bring sandwiches in. They're not, they're not allowing this or that." And this rule was not for VEXPO, but for a different event, was there. And I'm saying, well, I don't know what you're talking about because every event has this. Clearly, it's shown here. Did I bring food in? I didn't bring food in, and it's not that it wouldn't matter if I did, because they didn't do bag checks. I had a bag with me. I had the camera equipment with me, umbrella, and some other stuff, and it was fine. They didn't do checks. So even though this is here, they didn't enforce it. Cosplayers not consent. Please ask all cosplayers for the permissions before interactions. Yeah, absolutely. Guidelines for photography, recording, and streaming. We ask the attendees respect all rules and signs and staff requests. VEXPO reserves the right to stop, review, and delete footage. Attendees will be notified in advance of any restrictions. I don't think there was any restrictions put in by VEXPO. If you want to take photos, just ask. Filming and photography at the event is generally allowed. However, not all attendees want to be filmed. Please be mindful. Consent must be obtained before any. Yeah, that's all basic stuff. Please refrain from using flash photography. I absolutely did. I didn't use flash at all. Taking photos outside the venue. Any photos taken of VEXPO must be publicly identified as VEXPO when posted. That's interesting. I've not seen that in different events. By attending the convention, you consent to being filmed or photographed by the VEXPO staff without compensation. You agree to grant a irrevocable, non-exclusive, and perpetual license to VEXPO to reproduce, display, distribute, perform, or create derivative works from and otherwise use any images. This is interesting, this one is. Because, yeah, when you buy a ticket, you agree to this. But what's really, really interesting here is this one. Is this piece of texture. A perpetual license for VEXPO to reproduce, display, distribute, perform, or create derivative works from. Derivative works, what does that mean? Could that be AI generated content based on your photo? No idea. Could be. But the perpetual license bit is interesting because there's been a recent event that people, I'm not going to mention the event, but the event a couple of years ago stopped running because of issues. Yeah. And the event came back, and a different venue name, and a different company header, so company's house, and a different name in there, and a different location. But people are pissed that they are now using the images from the events before. But if you have a look at this, certainly for VEXPO, is that it basically says once we've agreed, we can use your picture forever. That's essentially what it says. Technically, they're not allowed to do this because there's something called GDPR. And GDPR is the General Data Protection PR something. I can't remember what the R stands for. But in that, it says that as a photographer, I have to tell people when I'm using their photo. If I want to do like a post about it, or if I want to like do a print or something, I have to tell them I'm sharing the photo. Even though they've given me permission to take the photo, I have to ask them every time I share it. But for some reason, companies do not have to thingy for that. This is not a problem, really. But it's interesting looking at the T's and C's. I think this was just like a copy paste from something. And what did it say about cosplay? Cosplay to safe manner. These rules are not comprehensive. All cosplayers must comply with local laws. The NEC of VEXPO staff have the right to remove you from the premises if they deem your cosplay to be a hazard to the public or public indecent. What is required? Cosplay. All props must comply. Certain props may be asked to stowed at certain times after certain events. Body paint but be non-toxic, not transfer. Yeah. So, yeah, the general terms and conditions. Anyway, why did I go into you? Oh, yes. The ID check. So, The ID check, I'm not as annoyed, or I'm annoyed at myself now because it clearly says in the T's and C's that I needed ID, but there was no reference to that in email, and it's only now after the event I'm bloody reading the website. It was not a problem because I was able to get in and I was able to get it photographed, but I think a lot of people fell foul of that. Oh, and this was the other thing. So apparently, you know, there was a QR code, you know, QR code, yeah. They would have scanned that QR code at this point, but the QR code wasn't working. So instead of the QR code, which you could take a screenshot of and have it offline, you then had to log into the website and then, you know, and then give them your ID number. Imagine the ID number is 111. So you have to show them that, and then they would just search for it and then link you in. There were a few issues with the event, that's for sure. And it was after this, what happened at the beginning on the Friday, I kept my eyes out and went, they could improve that. They could, you know, yeah, you know, they could improve it. This is the other thing I wanted to show you as well. Like, whole 10 here had like loads of people. Like, there were like many lines of people here. And then they had one member staff here shouting. Problem is, only like this amount of people could hear them because they were shouting the commands. Or, not commands, but instructions. And everybody who was like, they're off the screen so you can't see it, but everybody who was like all the way down here, which was a good, I don't know, 50 meters away, couldn't hear them. So what they should do, they should have had signs, and then instructions should have been on the signs. So I don't know, something like Aka Super that says Aka Super first for concert. Because what was happening, I mentioned like 3.5 hours here that I queued up for weekend. What they should have done is, and they did eventually do it, this one and this one they had for the Aka Super, but then they had this one and this one for weekend, which they did that like 30 minutes, like at 7:30, which yeah, I would guess at the third year they're gonna do this. This is gonna be improved. However they're gonna do it, just don't do it again, basically. But this was only for the Friday, and I think they underestimated how many people were getting their tickets on the Friday. Come Saturday and Sunday, people were queuing up on the day because they had the general day tickets. No problem. You know, no issue whatsoever. Actually, they say that. No, there wasn't. General days could only get access at 11 o'clock, so they were queuing up like from 10. So you didn't have to do like 3.5 hours before. Which is fine, which is cool. So yeah. So what is the TLDR? Yeah, what is the TLDR? So TLDR is this. Let's pick that 28. TLDR So the TLDR is this, yeah. Tickets on Friday could be improved. Could be. I ticket collection should be improved. Yeah. So since Friday would only open to concert holders, then only do those. Or do it so that you had a big what they didn't do was have signs. So they had those 4 things that I showed you. I didn't know what was general. So add signs to veg office of like a super and weekend. Three to one ratio. You could have done like that. I think that would have worked. If display instructions, instructing, if instructing, use Discord for also use Discord. Tickets on Friday collection. So tickets on Friday collection should be improved since Friday was only open to concert holders. Then only do those. Add signs to veg offices of Aka Super Weekend. You could have done it at a 3-to-1 ratio because there was 4 of them. Give staff signs to display instructions. Save them shouting. Also use Discord. I think they ended up doing it like in the last half hour. Because even people in the queue were saying, put it on the Discord or do a Twitter announcement. Do it. Because the amount of people out there was crazy. What else was there? Oh yeah, credit on emails. Everyone uses Twitter or Path. Stated on website. Right. Those stated on website can easily be missed. ID is required. State ID is required on emails / registration. Not everyone uses Twitter or part of Discord, although stated on website it can be easily missed, which is exactly what happened. So that covers Friday. Saturday. Ah yes. Yeah, so don't just play items that have a general sale. VEXPO should only for Aka Super until Sunday, then available for all. Okay, what other stuff? Yeah, there's other stuff I wanted to do as well. So if I make that 22. Don't display items that are not for general sale. VEXPO shirt only for Aka Super on Sunday, then available for all. I don't know, add price stickers to items. Because what I found is that because they didn't have prices on any of the things, where I just had to ask how much is it, and I was going to pay whatever the price was because I was there. But I'm sure there was somebody like next to me that gawked at the fact that whatever they bought was £60. I was like, what? Why? Why is that £60? So I'd sticker prices to items, and they could easily do it because they got displays, or have a store board showing all items and sizes. Cross off out of stock. Yeah, so the reason why I wanted to have a store board like behind the store is it stops me queuing up. If there's something I wanted and I can't really see because they got it in a box behind the desk, I can easily look at the thing and go, oh shit, they've run out of my size. Well, there's no point queuing up now. Or, you know, this, that, the other. I know MCM doesn't do that, but I think for VEXPO it would have been good because there was always a queue at the VEXPO store. VEXPO shirts or Super Sunday available for all. Have a store board showing all item sizes, cross off out of stock. Was there anything else that I wanted? Was there anything else? I don't remember. That's quite cool. The shadow looks like I got like marks on my nose. That's cool. That's cool. Prices, have store board showing items, cross off out of stock. Yeah, like they could just look at this and go away. You don't know what you're talking about, which is absolutely right. I don't. But I have been going to events for 10 years and I can see what works well and what doesn't work. And from the experience of...
The loyal_soldier says, we got steel.
Nice, nice. I'll be on shortly. I'm gonna finish. There's an ad break coming up. I'm gonna wait until the ad break and then I'll finish up and then I'll be on. And there's the ad break. Actually, I need to sort this out before I play. But yeah. Oh, I don't even know how many people are actually stacking hands, but that's fine. That's fine. I forgot how warm it is in my room. Jesus. Ad break is like 40 seconds, it's fine.
The loyal_soldier says, but it was painful to do, so I will try to optimize it.
Yeah, that's the fun part about any mod pack, is like you can use a very inefficient thing and you'll get it, but then necessity means that you need to quicken the process. Should be able to optimize it, it'll be fine. Cool. So people, no, wait a couple of seconds. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted then. Yeah, so the TLDR is that the ticket collection should be improved. If Akasuka sold out, they should really concentrate on those. either make Friday only for Akatsuka because of the or concert holders, or like do it so that more people can do that, and then you let the weekends go slow because they don't actually need anything for that day and they can come in anytime. Put actual signs up, so you say that this is this line, this is that line. Give staff signs, yeah. Staff should have signs, so instead of them shouting and people going, oh, huh, what did they say? Use the Discord, that's what it's there for. And just put more information that ID is required, a photo ID is required. Because I could have been caught out there, and I'm sure there were people that actually been caught out. The VEXPO store, yeah, don't display items that you can't actually buy. If the VEXPO shirt was available for everyone to buy on the Sunday, show it on the Sunday. Oh, but then you say, but then the Akatsukas won't know. They would, because they would go to the store knowing that they had a goodie bag. And as part of their goodie bag was a tote bag and the official VEXPO shirt. So even I knew that. Add price stickers to items. A lot of events do this. Look, your Artist Alley did this. Everything had a price on it. And if the prices change because Sunday they don't want to go back with it, you can manually like scribble on it. Have a store board showing all items and sizes cross off out of stock. The only event I really saw this happen was Gamescom in Germany. And the back wall was just like everything they had sold, and then yeah, at the end of the day a lot of stuff was crossed off. So that worked well, and I think if you were to make those changes, it would fix what went wrong, and I think you would stand out as well, especially with the store board. But it doesn't mean I didn't like the event. I liked the event. I didn't use, you know, I liked the event. It was good fun for me. But it was more of a social thing for me, rather than, oh, what's this about? What's meetups? Oh, okay. So you could do meetups based on different people. Okay. So I didn't know there was fan meetups either. So yeah, look at this. Thursday gang. Jesus. So there was a lot of stuff here. The Holy Goose. Holy Goose, okay. Street Pass and 3DS. Jesus. Okay. Opening concert, premium bar. Yeah, so yeah. There's a lot of stuff that VEXPO did and I didn't make use of it, and I kind of feel like very silly now. But the next time so the first time I went, the floor plan was very similar to this, and I didn't do a lot on the main stage, but there were definitely 2 in the panel rooms that I liked, and that's what got me in getting this avatar, making this avatar, giving VTubing a go. I'm not a full-time VTuber, but I like using it. It's quite fun. It allows me to be creative. It allows me to, you know, think of the hardships of what people have done, like how difficult it is to make a model. How just I'm not artistic. I'm not very creative, but I think this is a nice thing for me. So yeah, for me personally, third year, yeah, I will be going, even with all the things that I've said, because I think they will improve, and they will have, you know, we'll definitely have genuine feedback. And although this is a stream, I'll put this in an email, and and I'll basically say it. Look, don't worry about it. If you don't make any of these changes, I still will be coming back. I like the vibe of the event, and you haven't really pissed me off. It's just observations. But when I do it, and it'll be next year, and if it's going to be £60 again, I will try to do everything. I will try to do the main stage. I will try to get meet and greets. I will try to get the concert tickets, the Idol Anarchy. I will try to do as many panels as I can, because it's going to be worthwhile then. You know, Artist Alley, that's a lot of money. Maybe I should not go to the artist alley next time and do everything else. But yeah. But yeah, that's it for another year, and I think I definitely will be going next year. That and that's really what I want to talk about. Just over 2 hours talking about VEXPO. I've gone on a bit of a tangent talking about certain things, but I think I've covered everything. And end of stream. That is, to be honest, because yeah, I've covered everything I wanted to. I've told you about VEXPO. You probably don't even know where it is. Anyway, it's an event in the UK based in the NEC in Birmingham. It to celebrate all things VTubing. There are meetups for even people that weren't there. There was an Iron Mouse meetup. There was, or Iron Mouse and friends. There are meetups for people that were actually there. And you just generally meet up at the convention scene. And just good fun. Just very good fun. I am going to raid out. Let's have a look. Who is here? This is all gonna be VTuber stuff in there. Oh, you know what? I know exactly who I'm going to raid. Let's raid Echo Loco VT. Yes. Let's raid her because 48 minutes. Yeah. Can I raid her? Wait, I can't. Can I? Can I not raid Echo? There you go.
Kabab says, Kabab's HYPE Pop Nemo.
There you go.
Kabab's raid. Pop Nemo Kabab's HYPE.
So yeah, let's raid Echo Loco. She's a good friend of mine. Unfortunately, she missed VEXPO because she was doing her debut on her new model. So yeah, come raid her and say hi. I'd make a jelly of the fact that she didn't go. Anyway, good night, goodbye, and wherever you are, take care. Look after each other and be excellent. Bye.